Welcome to the deep dive. We're diving into the world of HOLO Microcloud Hologram Inc.
HOLO.
Yep, they trade on the NASDAQ as HOLO. And they're making a lot of noise about holographics.
Interesting.
Imagine 3D images popping out of your phone, holographic meeting rooms.
Wow.
Even surgeons practicing on digital twins.
Like simulations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the future HOLO is betting on.
Yeah.
So, is it all hype, or is there something real here?
Well, let's find out.
We'll be taking a deep dive into their business model, management, financials,
Sounds good.
using Warren Buffett's value investing principles. And stick around. We've got a juicy tidbit about HOLO's future that could change everything.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. So holographics, it's a hot area.
Definitely.
The tech's evolving fast. The potential applications are mind-blowing.
Absolutely.
But like any new tech, there are risks.
For sure.
So we'll look at HOLO from all angles.
Great. So let's start with their business. What exactly does HOLO do? What makes their approach to holographics unique?
So they're based in Shenzhen, and they're not just playing around with holographics. They're developing a whole suite of cutting-edge tech. One that really caught my eye is their holographic intelligent vision system.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
Think of it as computer vision, but much more advanced.
Okay.
It's designed to mimic human perception.
Interesting.
Not just recognizing objects, but understanding the context, the relationships.
Oh, I see.
Huge implications for things like security.
So instead of security cameras just recording,
Yeah.
they could analyze in real time, like a human guard.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing. What other tech do they have?
They also have this holographic SDK, a toolkit for developers.
Oh, okay.
They can create holographic applications for all sorts of industries.
So interactive games, educational tools.
Yes, even medical simulations for surgeons to practice.
Wow.
It's a smart move, this open platform.
Yeah, tapping into that global developer community.
Exactly.
So it sounds like they're trying to be the go-to for holographic development.
It seems that way.
But what about their core display tech? How does it compare to others?
Well, HOLO claims to have a big advantage with their visual IC innovation.
Visual IC.
Yeah, it helps them make high-quality holographic displays, but at a lower cost than traditional methods.
Okay, and that's obviously key for mass adoption.
Exactly. And they're not all talk. Their intellectual property portfolio is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Over 180 patents, tons of circuit designs, replication rights, software copyrights. They're serious about protecting their tech.
That's good to see. Okay, so they've got the tech, but what about the people in charge? Are they the leaders who can turn potential into success?
That's where things get a little tricky. Information on HOLO's management is, well, limited.
That's not ideal.
And frankly, there are some red flags, like the 20-to-1 reverse stock split they did in 2024.
Ooh, yeah, that does raise eyebrows.
And there are several law firms investigating them for possible securities law violations.
Yeah, good.
This lack of transparency plus the legal whispers aren't exactly confidence-inspiring.
Yeah, makes you wonder what they're hiding. So, management picture's a bit murky. Let's move on to their financials. Solid revenue and profits, or are there warning signs?
Their financials are, well, a bit of a puzzle. On the one hand, they have shown impressive revenue growth.
Okay, so their holographic tech is gaining traction.
Seems so, but their profitability is almost non-existent. Negative profit margin of over 74%, and their free cash flow is negative too.
So they're making money but burning through it even faster.
Yeah, that's the issue.
That's concerning, especially with the lack of clarity about management.
For sure.
All right, we've got a company with amazing tech, but some serious question marks about their management and financial health. Now, what does the market think about HOLO? Are investors excited or running for the hills? We'll find out when we come back.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We just looked at HOLO's business model, their tech, and some concerns about management and financials. But what does the market think? Are investors bullish on HOLO or hesitant? Well, the market isn't exactly cheering for HOLO. It's kind of telling that no analyst is given a price target.
Yeah, like they're waiting to see what happens.
Exactly. And when you look at recent news, the legal stuff, questions about their quantum computing plans, it's spooked some investors.
So no analyst endorsements, some negative news, not a good sign. But is there any real evidence of this lack of confidence?
Absolutely. Look at the short interest. It's massive. 27.46% of outstanding shares are being shorted.
Wow, that's a lot. So people are betting against HOLO.
Yeah, it suggests they don't believe HOLO can deliver.
Okay, so hesitant analysts, lots of short selling. Let's look at their ownership structure now. Who's in control? Any red flags there?
This is interesting. Institutional ownership is really low, only 2.94%.
So the big investment firms aren't convinced.
It seems that way.
Okay, so what about the rest of the ownership?
Mostly public shareholders, but there's a twist. HALO has a dual-class share structure.
Meaning?
Some shares have more voting power than others.
So a few people could have a lot of control.
Exactly. And that raises concerns about, corporate governance, whether everyone's interests are represented.
Ah, the classic power play. Seems like there's a lack of transparency, maybe even conflicts of interest. Okay, so we've got skeptical markets, low institutional ownership, and this potentially tricky ownership structure. Let's step back and do a SWOT analysis. What are HOLO's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats?
Great idea. Strengths. Well, they've got that first mover advantage in China.
Huge market for holographics.
Yep. And they've built a strong brand, their tech is innovative, and they have a solid IP portfolio. Lots of brain power there.
Sounds like a good foundation.
Yeah.
But we've seen some weaknesses too.
Definitely. The financial instability is a big one. Those losses, the negative cash flow, it's worrisome.
And there's that risk of being delisted from NASDAQ.
Right. Their stock price is low, could hurt investor confidence even more. And let's not forget the volatility.
Yeah, the stock price jumps around a lot. Risky for investors.
For sure.
Okay, so some real bumps in the road. What about opportunities? Anything positive on the horizon?
There's potential. Quantum computing, AI, those could be game changers for holographic tech.
And the applications for holographics keep growing.
Absolutely. Entertainment, education, healthcare, manufacturing. If HOLO can handle the challenges and capitalize on these trends, they could really take off.
So there's hope. But what about threats? What could derail them?
Those legal issues are a big one. Uncertainty, damaged trust, that's bad for any company, especially in a cutting-edge field like this.
Right.
Plus, competition is increasing. Big players, new startups, everyone wants a piece of the holographic pie.
It's getting crowded.
Yeah, and the global economy is still unpredictable. That adds another layer of risk.
So HOLO has a tough fight ahead. Amazing tech, big market, but lots of baggage too. What does this mean for potential investors?
That's the big question, and we'll explore it further when we return. Stay tuned for our final analysis of HOLO and that game-changing tidbit we promised.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've covered a lot with HOLO Microcloud Hologram Inc. Their amazing tech, the question marks about management, their shaky finances. We've looked at the market reaction and that complex ownership structure.
It's been quite a ride.
Definitely. But now it's time for the big reveal, that game-changing tidbit we promised.
Right. You've probably figured out by now that HOLO has huge potential.
But
they also have a ton of challenges to overcome.
for sure. So what's this development that could change things for them?
Remember we talked about the limits of pre-generated content for holographic applications?
Yeah.
Well, HOLO's making a big move. They're integrating DeepSeek's R1 model into their holographic AI applications.
DeepSeek, the 3D content creation company.
Exactly.
Ones that make those crazy realistic objects and environments.
That's them. And their R1 model is their most advanced yet.
Wow.
It can create super complex, super detailed 3D content, almost indistinguishable from reality. Imagine objects, environments that look and feel real.
Okay, I'm seeing the potential here. Adding that level of realism, that dynamic content to HOLO's systems,
Yeah.
that could be huge.
Right, think about the possibilities. Immersive entertainment, educational tools that really transport you, hyper-realistic simulations for training.
Yeah, amazing. This could really put HOLO at the forefront of a holographic revolution.
It could. It solves a major limitation and opens up a whole new level of immersion and interactivity.
But wait, HOLO's got those financial problems, the legal issues. Can they really pull this off? Can they integrate DeepSeek's tech while dealing with all that?
It's a gamble, for sure,
Oh.
a big one.
Okay,
But if they can do it, if they can navigate those challenges, this could be the game changer they need.
I see.
It could attract investors, boost market confidence, make them a real leader in the holographic market.
So it's a make or break moment for HOLO.
In a lot of ways, yes. This DeepSeek integration could save them, or it could be their downfall. It all depends on their execution.
So what does this mean for people thinking about investing in HOLO?
It's high risk, high reward. There's a chance for big returns, but the risks are real.
Right.
The most important thing is to do your own research. Don't just go by what we've said here. Look at their financials, their management team, the competition. Think about your own goals, your risk tolerance, how long you want to invest.
Absolutely. Investing is personal. There's no one right answer. Do your homework, make informed decisions, and always be responsible. And if you want to learn more about AI and tech, be sure to subscribe to the Stock Analytics AI YouTube channel. We break down complex topics like this one, making them easy to understand.
And one last thing, all the info we've talked about today is just for information. It's not investment advice.
Right. Good point. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into HOLO Microcloud Hologram Inc. Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.